My favorite story in honor of International Children's Book Day is The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. And I absolutely love this story for many reasons. When I was little, I was about 6 years old, we had moved about twice. And I was little, and to adjust to moving and to relocating, that's a big change. And change sometimes can be scary when you're little. It can be scary, or it can be frightening, or sometimes it can be exciting. So in order to cope with that change, my teacher at the time recommended this book, The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. And it has been my all-time favorite since then. And this book shares one really special coping mechanism to deal with change and to deal with scary situations that your parents can help you with at home, which is awesome. So we're going to get started. So again, this is The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. That's the first page. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Oh, I wonder why Chester's so sad. There he is. That's our friend Chester, and he's sad right now because he doesn't want to go to school. Mrs. Raccoon, so that's Chester's mommy, took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she said to him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start." So there's Chester. And there he is again. He's talking to his mommy. "You'll make new friends and play with new toys." How many of you out there, any little ones watching, how many of you have made new friends at school? What's he playing with there? Is he in a sandbox? That looks like a sandbox to me. "Read new books and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." I wonder what that secret could be. Does anyone want to type in a prediction of what that secret could be? What do we predict, or what do we guess that secret might be that Chester's mommy's going to share with him? And there they are, sitting on the swing. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of a secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand." "The kissing hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" I wonder what the kissing hand is. And look at our friend Mr. Frog in the corner there. And there's Chester. He's holding his mommy's hand. "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. So she went like this with his hand. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester's right in the middle of his palm. So she went just like this to Chester's palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. So this is the secret, the kissing hand. And there it is. There's that kiss. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you.'" just like that, after Mommy kissed his hand. Right? And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with roasty, warm thoughts. And there's Chester and his mommy. Isn't that a beautiful picture? How many animals do we see there? She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now, do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry, when you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. So the kiss will stick no matter what. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. Oh, he looks so much happier now. And there he is. He's playing and he's at school. And he's remembering his hand that was kissed by his mommy. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. So now he's asking his mommy for her hand. What's Chester doing now in this picture? He just asked his mommy for her hand. Do we think he's returning the favor? Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Just like that. Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her, and with a gentle goodbye and "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. So he gave his mom the kissing hand back. And there he is. He's running off after he just kissed his mom. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. Just like that. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. "Chester loves you," it sang. "Chester loves you." And there's his mommy. And there's Chester climbing the tree. And there's the owl. So what about raccoons makes them different? They're nocturnal, right? So they don't go to school during the daytime. They go to school at night when everyone else is sleeping. So that's why
it's nighttime.
It's nighttime and the hoot owl's up in the tree. And that's the sign for "I love you." And I love you all for joining me today. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all enjoyed this story. Again, I did this because this is in celebration of International Children's Book Day. So today is the day that we celebrate children's books around the entire world. And this is my absolutely favorite tale because, again, it meant so much to me when I was little and it helped me deal with change and scary situations. So I hope this book will also help all of you out there today too, dealing with change and scary situations. And just remember, all you need is that kissing hand to feel mom and dad's or grandma and grandpa's love right to your face, okay? All right, you all take care. Thank you so much. Stay safe.